and I think you'll see Madison and Halfley implement it, and they'll get a feel for what the players can do. But I do think they have a lot of good players on this defense. There's a lot of depth in this defense. Right now, in my opinion, could change, but right now my initial impression is they're going to be much better than they were last year. Much better.
I like the zone because they're fast. I would make a team run as many plays as possible to get
more mistakes, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I'd give myself a chance. All right. Before the game, I tweeted this Twitter poll as I watch Urban Meyer, who is really good on television. Watched him last night. Watched him today. He is really good on television. He looks really relaxed. He looks like he's having fun. And I was thinking, could Urban be Dick Vermeil? Dick Vermeil was an outstanding college coach, not on the level of Urban because he wasn't at it as long, but he was an outstanding college coach, won the Rose Bowl, and then took a long hiatus from coaching, went to TV, then came back, then coached. Would Urban do that? Well, I would thought to myself, what will Urban be doing in 3 years? So I thought, well, when I want to know something like that, I, of course, asked my Twitter followers. So here was the poll.
I voted on this, by the way.
Good. What is Urban Meyer doing in 3 years? Is he still a Fox College football analyst? Has he replaced Lee Corso on ESPN Game Day? Because he's good. I think they'd like to poach him. Is he coaching at USC? That's the most popular college rumor. Or is he coaching in the NFL? Let's say Freddie Kitchens flames out and Jimmy Haslam offers Urban the job again because he's offered it to him in the past.
Can I add one to your?
You may, certainly. You can't add it to get votes because there's only 4 possibilities.
Just for something for those folks to listen to and you to ponder.
Mm-hmm.
How about Urban in a GM, assistant GM, director of scouting role?
With the New England Patriots?
With
who?
With whoever.
Okay. Well, I mean, Belichick and he are buddies, and Belichick's probably going to have some kind of a sway even after he quits coaching.
He's got a relationship with a lot of the pro coaches.
Mm-hmm.
I'll rank them for you.
Okay.
2, I'll tell you that.
Most likely first or least likely?
Least likely first.
Least likely first.
Replacing Lee Corso.
Okay. Does he have a thing for ESPN?
I think he does.
Okay.
And I think now money talks, but as Tony Romo's going for $10 million, by the way, can I get 1/100th of that, please? That ain't going to happen, right? I don't think he's going coaching at USC.
Number 4, most unlikely.
So yeah,
coaching at USC. He's got Leinart and Bush in his ear every day there on Fox. You say it's not going to make a difference.
It's not going to happen.
Okay. Got Brady Quinn there. Should I have thrown Notre Dame in there too? Coaching at Notre Dame for Brian Kelly? More likely Notre Dame, more likely USC.
More likely Notre Dame than USC.
Easier to get guys into USC.
Yes, but you asked me.
More guys to get at USC too.
And easier to win in the Pac-12 than to win at Notre Dame.
Much easier. Okay, so number 4 is Spiel says coaching at USC. Would Notre Dame be higher than that? What's 3?
Number 3 would be coaching at Notre Dame. Number 2 would be some type of job in the NFL.
Okay. Some type of job. Could be a free
personnel.
Front office jobs, like nobody's working 35 hours a week doing a front office job in the NFL.
I said some type of job, whether it be consultant type thing. The thing
just give people a sense of your brother Rick's
insane.
Your brother Rick's day as GM of the Minnesota Vikings.
It depends what time of year, but I would say he's in the office. I usually, when I talk to him in the morning, I talk to him at 6:30, so that's 5:30 Central Time, Minnesota time, and it could be, I don't know, whenever. He's got a bed in his office. Especially a day like today when it's cut down day and all that stuff and trades and free agency and all those things are happening. I think he'll be at Fox. I think Fox really likes him. I think he really likes Fox. And I really truly do think that his run as a coach is over.
Okay.
There you go. That's how I vote.
I would have said that he is coaching USC. I just think that job is such a great job for him. The talent they have. I think Shelley would love the Hollywood life. I think the Pac-12. Remember how bad the Big Ten was with coaches and struggling programs when he got in it? Man, he'd go in there and just rule.
Yeah.
I mean, he'd just rule.
Well, I think the demons of the coaching temptation.
The longer you're away from it, the more you forget what they're like. You forget how hard they bit. All right, so here's the responses. 40% say he's coaching at USC. 29%. He's doing Fox College Football. 26% replaced Corso on game day. So you could say 55% of the people think he's still doing TV.
Yeah.
40% say he's coaching at USC, and 5% probably people who doubt Freddie Kitchens or Zach Taylor. Hope he's coaching.
Yeah, I don't think you want to.
I thought that Bengals job made a lot of sense for him with his son Nate down there in Cincinnati, with he and Shelley being Cincinnati graduates, with Mike Brown being an Ohio State guy, with Mike Brown letting his coach do whatever he wants.
I think with Urban, though, Zach Taylor, who's Zach Taylor? You're trying to get Sean McVay second coming. Mm-hmm. Urban's offense isn't Sean McVay's offense.
Don't you think Urban would coach differently in the NFL?
He would
schematically.
Well, he'd have to hire somebody to help him coach differently. Schematically. Yes, he'd have to. You can't do what he wants to do in the NFL. We'll see if the Cliff Kingsbury experiment works out with the Arizona Cardinals. So.
Would you bet that it will, or bet that it won't?
I think it's going to have a hard time.
Now there was one other option here. Mark on Twitter at GoVolX said Urban Meyer will be coaching OSU when Ryan Day is in the NFL. That Urban could make a comeback at Ohio State, and I did think of that.
Wow,
I did think
of that. So go with Mac Brown.
He could do that. Yes.
Johnny Majors that went back to Tennessee or Pitt.
Did he go back to Tennessee?
Did he go back to Pitt or?
I think he went back to Pitt. Went back anywhere? Did he?
Yes, I believe he
went
did.
back to Pitt. Oh, he did go back to Pitt. He had Tony Dorsett, and then he was here in Ohio State for a big beat down. Who put on him? Oh, yes. Okay. Very, very good. All right, we got one more thing we're going to hit here on this post-game podcast edition of Spielman and Hooley, because reports are that former Buckeye Zeke Elliott is going to sign with the Cowboys. The contract talks are intensifying. My position, we don't know the terms. We don't know anything about it. My position on this has been there is no chance I would give him a new deal with 2 years left on his rookie deal. I know some players, and he's chief among them, outperform their contracts that they're given as rookies. Your beef is not with the owners on that players. Your beef is with your union head and your union brethren who signed that deal because you didn't get to vote on it and they sold you down the river.
How old is he age-wise?
I'm going to guess
23.
Let me look him up here.
He came out a year early, correct?
He certainly did.
So he was probably 21 when he came out. Here's the max thing I would do with Zeke. I would restructure his contract, put 4 more years on it. That would take him to 20. He's 24. That would take him to 28. That's it. I'd give him 4 more years. He hits 28. Bye-bye. Thanks for your service.
You know my position. I would never give
I get that.
a running back a second contract.
I get that, but he's a special dude.
He is special. He is
special. They're in their minds, you want to take advantage of this guy while he's in his prime, and it's going to cost you to take advantage of this guy while he's in his prime. So I would give him up to 28 years old. He's 24 years old. I'd give him, he finishes 2 years. I'd front load it with signing bonus. Give him nice numbers at the end of it. If you don't like him, cut him when he's 27.
Does Zeke Elliott finish his career as a Dallas Cowboy?
No.
Percentage chance?
0.
Yeah, I think it's 0 too.
Yeah, I can say that for any running back.
No chance he's finishing his career as
without injury. Say injury-free, 0 chance.
Yeah, 0 chance.
You can say that for almost any running back in the league. 0 chance.
All right, so we'll have another edition of Spielman Hooley podcast on Monday. We'll talk more about the Buckeyes game. We got the Browns coming up against the Tennessee Titans. Mike Vrabel making his return to the Cleveland area where he played in high school. And for the life of me, I can't think who the Bengals are opening with. Do you know? Man, the Bengals are just gone from a playoff team. We'll have.
No, wait.
You're looking at who do you have?
Good thing I have the Falcons at Vikings.
Wow, so. Falcons at Vikings. Look at you. That's a really good game.
It's a really good game. So I'm looking forward to that.
Standing. Kirk Cousins year 2. You believe in Kirk Cousins year 2?
I got to see it right now. I mean, he had a career year last year, but they were 7-8-1.
Not a playoff.
Who do the Bengals have? You figured it out yet?
I'm calling up Bengals schedule. It's on my phone right here. The Cincinnati Bengals open with the Seattle Seahawks. Youch, who just today.
Where?
Looks to me like that is in Seattle. Hello. 4 o'clock kick. Andy Dalton, as if you didn't have enough to contend with the Seattle Seahawks in that loud stadium, you now have to contend with Jadeveon Clowney, who is a Seattle Seahawk.
You know what the terms of the return of that trade? Because I was trying to find that. They gave him away for a third?
Everybody is saying that the Seahawks fleeced the Houston Texans.
Well, if Jadeveon made it clear he wasn't going to play, you have to get something. That's what the players.
I actually thought the Brownies might make a run at Jadeveon Clowney.
Why not?
Because Dorsey can't get enough great players there. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's quite a little deal for Pete Carroll there. Franchise defensive end Frank Clark. Okay, I thought, wow, Frank Clark and Jadeveon Clowney. And a swap of third-round picks. No, wait, this is different. In April, they sent Frank Clark to the Chiefs. All right. This is a backwards way to get into this story, ESPN.
Why don't you teach them how to write a story, Bruce?
Maybe.
All right, it's a third-round pick.
It's a third-round pick. Yeah.
We'll figure it out. We'll have more on it Monday when we get information. So
there we go. Again, Stitcher, SoundCloud, Spreaker, TuneIn, iTunes, Google Play Music. Follow us on Twitter and email the show. It is SpielmanandHooleyPodcast.com.